At the University of Denver, students are required to live on campus for their freshman and sophomore years. After that, depending on space, most students set a goal to find off-campus housing around the area. There are many options that are advertised around campus for off-campus apartment complexes and homes. The most well-known options and most popular include University Lofts, One Observatory Park, Observatory Place, Asbury Green Apartments, Josephine Brownstones, and Vista Apartments. All options are very close to campus, however tend to be very high in price. Andria Clark, a junior at the University of Denver, has had her own experience and opinion about off-campus housing after coming back from abroad.
So, from my experience, I feel that off-campus housing is somewhat difficult to find for a cheaper price. I think DU does a good job of supporting and encouraging students to look at like ULofts and Asbury and Vista. But if you want something a little bit more flexible in terms of like price and lease length and things like that, it might be a little bit harder to find. For me, coming back from abroad, we were looking for something that was offering a lease for 6 months because we weren't planning on staying in the summer either. And so that was difficult because we had to kind of do more searching than necessary or than normal to find a place that would offer just a 6-month lease. It was really important whether or not the apartment or house was furnished or unfurnished. Personally, coming from out of state, I was kind of looking for a place that would be pre-furnished so that I wouldn't have to purchase a lot of furniture. And then parking, if you have a car, the price of your parking pass kind of could make a difference in whether or not that was a reasonable place for you to live. And then I think the process is a little hectic. I think that DU could offer a little bit more guidance.
Overall, students find the process for finding off-campus housing somewhat difficult and wish for more guidance from the university. Not only that, but student apartments often expect single students to pay up to $1,200 per person to live in the apartments closest to campus. It is expensive and overwhelming, especially for those coming back from abroad and those from out of state. Students also venture to find houses in the neighborhoods around DU, but finding roommates and a fair price can also be a struggle. However, most houses are cheaper options than the student apartments that are more high-end and much more modern. In general, the housing options around DU feel overpriced to the students and is a familiar, difficult, and pricey task to most.